3's Kate Smith is live now. She brings us more. Kate.
Greg, we are now learning that Norfolk Southern is taking full responsibility for that massive oil spill. They say they believe it happened from a pipe in the DeButts yard. The good news is that there is no more oil leaking out into the water, but crews have a lengthy couple days ahead of them with the cleanup. I wanted to show you exactly where this was happening. So here's a map of the river park. This is Sitico Creek, where the majority of that oil was spilt. It was here at the creek, and then some trickled out into the Tennessee River. Cindy, this is what construction looks like on East Brainerd Road, and for the next 2 miles, you're going to see orange cones like this one throughout the construction zone. Cindy, the most important thing we learned today is to have a plan before a fire hits, and firefighters tell me that that plan is actually really easy. All you need is 2 ways out of each room in your home. So for example, if I fall asleep here on my couch and a fire alarm would go off, I would obviously come right to the door, but here's what I'm going to do. I have to go as high as I can reach with the back of my hand and go down the spine of the door, and if there's something hot to the touch, I know that the fire is outside of that door, so I need to use plan B, which would be my window or my screen.
Kate, has most of the flooding passed there?
Well, the flooding is gone, but that doesn't mean it didn't leave behind any damage. I'm here at the Walnut Grove Church in Dayton, where a few hours ago there was about 4 or 5 feet of water here, causing some inside damage to the church. Church members had to come out and bring out the rug to begin drying. Also, in the parking lot, you can see some debris as well as breaking asphalt. And then right over here, you can see some missing mulch from the flower beds. And just to show you how much water this church saw just a few hours ago, you can look over here by the door and you can see all that debris just to show how high the water level was. So lots of investigators are on scene right now trying to piece together exactly what happened here this morning. Take a look at what's going on behind me. A spokesperson with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says no officers were injured, but they are not releasing the condition of the victim right now. I love my hat because I'm afraid it's going to blow away. The wind is so strong here right now in Dalton. But as you can see behind me, the storm clouds are slowly starting to make their way into our area. David, remember those dark clouds I was showing you not too long ago? That's not the case anymore. Look at that sun. It's sunny now here in Whitfield County, but it's still windy. Delayed due to a dispute between the restaurant owner and the building owner. The building owner says it's up to the tenants to keep up with the property, but the restaurant owner says, nope, that's not their responsibility at all.
Channel 3's Kate Smith joins us live from Crawfish Creek. Kate, how did it happen?
Well, the best way to describe it is what happens when you cook bacon. That grease will eventually solidify and harden, causing serious damage if you pour it down the drain. Cindy, people living here in Wildwood received notices in the mail from the Volunteer Firefighters Alliance asking for donations. That entity is a legit organization, but where that money would go is not. David, police have arrested Riley Odman for the vandalism at the 2 Ottawa schools, but they're still looking for the person responsible for the vandalism here at the Hickson Middle School, not once, not twice, but 3 times within the last 3 weeks. Parents across Hamilton County are frustrated with the amount of time and money they put into these fields for kickoff. Now, coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 6, you're going to hear from some people who woke up to police knocking on their doors to tell them to get out this morning. But for now, I'm live in Chattanooga. Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Skylar Hester was involved in a shooting that occurred at the Athens Lodge yesterday morning.
Channel 3's Kate Smith joins us live from the Athens Police Department, where Hester turned herself in less than an hour ago. Let's turn to Kate right now. Tell us what you've learned.
All righty, we're going to start a press conference with the lead detective in the case. Detective, what happened here this afternoon?
About 45 minutes ago, our endangered child, Devin Hester, turned herself in to us. She's in the process with her parents of being interviewed. I can't tell you anything further other than there are going to be some charges pending. I don't know if she'll be released into custody back to her parents or we're going to house her. I don't know. I have those answers right now, but that's where we're.
Charges?
Well, it could go anywhere from aggravated assault to attempted aggravated robbery. We don't know yet.
Do we know where the 2 other men are located right now?
As of right now, no, we don't.
And what if if somebody knows where they're at? What should we do?
They should just call call us or call 911. Probably be easier just to call 911 and we'll respond to them.
What about Devin? Is she safe? Is she harmed?
No, she's all right. She's a little tired, seems to be, but she's being cooperative with us, and I think she's just looking forward to getting all this behind her.
And her parents' response, how are they doing this evening?
Doing well, holding up well. Of course, their main concern is her, and they're being cooperative as well. Hopefully, we can get them some answers and get this all put behind everybody.
Now, I know she's 17. Do we think that there's a chance she'll be charged as an adult?
Well, there could be. It depends on what the charges are, and that'll be the district attorney's call. I mean, you know, there's always that chance. I can't say either way.
Did Devin give you any leads on the 2 other suspects?
We haven't got that far yet.
And what about the condition of that clerk? Do we know how he's doing this evening?
He's doing all right. He's been released from the hospital. We plan on talking to him again later on this evening.
And do we know where Devin will spend the evening yet?
Not yet, no.
All right. Did she come here alone, or was she?
No, somebody went and picked her up and brought her. She was actually located in Madisonville, and she had a friend come and get her who said she wanted to turn herself in, so they brought her straight to me.
Was she in contact with her parents prior to that?
No.
Anything else you can share with us?
Not at this time. We'll probably have a little more a little later, but not at this time.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Detective.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And just a wrap real quick, that was Detective Freddie Schultz with the Athens Police Department. He is the main detective in this case right now. Devin Hester has turned herself in around this 4 o'clock this afternoon. I did speak with her parents earlier today. They told me that this is not the first time their teenage daughter has run away. They say that this all started because of a fight that happened Thursday night, that she failed a drug test. So that's when the fight started. Tonight, they're just thankful that she is in custody and she is safe.
She was in her room and kind of keeping to herself, but that was about it. She ended up leaving overnight that night, and I knew that was coming.
Nikki Hester says the last time her daughter ran away, they found her 2 days later with a grown man and drugs.
He went to jail, and she just got probation out of it. But so she is on probation, but they couldn't really do much because she's a minor.
When Nikki and Brian Hester learned there was an attempted armed robbery at the Athens Lodge where a clerk was shot, they had a feeling Devin was involved.
Almost numb at sometimes, but just kind of sporadic, overwhelming feelings of everything, anger, hurt.
They aren't sure exactly who she's with, but believe the 2 men are over the age of 18 and are involved with drugs.
She met them somehow in school, I think, and I think she's known one of the guys for quite a while, but she's been hanging out with them more recently.
Police say those 2 men are still on the run this evening. They are considered armed and dangerous. So if you do see them, you are asked to call 911 immediately. And that store clerk that was shot yesterday morning at the hotel, he is expected to be okay. We'll give you updates as we learn more of them. But for now, I'm live in Athens. Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Last weekend's shooting was the 4th in 18 months outside Coyote Jack's. The mayor's uncle is a part owner of the popular Southside bar.
Mayor Burke, who is known to hold press conferences or tweet about violence in our city, has remained quiet on this latest shooting and now says he is recusing himself from making any city decisions related to his uncle's business. Watch what happened when Channel 3's Kate Smith tried to speak to the mayor about the topipic today.
That's why I was going to pull you aside.
Yeah, no, sorry.
You don't want to be, you have to address it, Mayor. You've been dodging our questions. That's why
It's an ongoing investigation.
Once again, Mayor Andy Burke chose not to comment on the weekend shooting that happened near Coyote Jack's. It's the 4th time a shooting has happened near the bar, owned by Burke's uncle, attorney Ronnie Burke. When we attempted to ask the mayor about how the city will address the violence, we were stopped by his communications director.
It is an ongoing investigation, and per our policy, we do not comment on ongoing investigations.
And then by the mayor's deputy chief of staff. Both cited the police department's ongoing investigation as the reason Mayor Burke walked away.
Like you guys are trying to treat this like it's something exceptional.
I think it's
absolutely
5
not.
people were shot in a downtown club.
Right. If there's
one
an
that
open investigation against an officer, we wouldn't comment about that no matter what the circumstances.
I know, but
if it was 50 people
I
shot.
think. But a Channel 3 archive search shows Mayor Burke has commented on ongoing investigations in the past. Burke tweeted the day after 21-year-old Kashay Peterson was shot and killed outside another popular bar, the Southside Social. In 2016, the mayor agreed to a sit-down interview to discuss the murder of Bianca Horton.
In the case of Ms. Horton, we had a security detail picking her up and dropping her off. We had people helping her along the way. And what we need to do is broaden that support.
30 minutes after the mayor walked away from our camera, a spokesperson with the mayor's office called Channel 3 to apologize and offer a written statement, saying in part, "The property where this incident occurred involves a family member of mine. I have explicitly requested to Chief Roddy that I remain recused from any decision-making whatsoever to prevent the appearance of favoritism or preferential treatment in any way." Burke has recused himself in connection to his uncle's business before, when a man was shot and killed outside Bella Vita in May of 2016. The mayor released a similar statement. The bar later changed names, becoming Coyote Jack's. Chief David Roddy's office confirms Mayor Burke recused himself from discussion of this latest case at a meeting yesterday. We have attempted multiple times to reach Ronnie Burke over the phone and in person. Cindy?
Yeah, Kate, we're wondering about this. Are other city officials stepping in to speak up for the city in this case?
Absolutely. Councilman Erskine Oglesby, who represents the area of Coyote Jack's, he says he plans to meet with the police department to keep everybody in the neighborhood safe.
Right.
If you heard any of the video that was taken that night the shooting happened, it sticks with you, and it's something that deserves some attention.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It is scary.
Thank you.
Keep us posted. Thank
Will
you.
do.
Georgia fire chief almost lost his life when a driver crossed the center line and hit him head on. Chief Matthew Mann is in a wheelchair now, but is still showing some signs of improvement.
Well, this weekend, Siskin Hospital, where Mann is being treated, transformed into a wedding venue so he could marry the love of his life. Channel 3's Kate Smith was the only reporter invited to celebrate with the couple. She joins us now with a happy ending to a story we followed for weeks.
Chief Matthew Mann is being cared for at Siskin Hospital. The crash that could have claimed his life gave him a new perspective, and now he's facing the future with a devoted wife by his side. They say love happens when you least expect it. Chief Matthew Mann says the love he has for his bride is stronger than any pain he's ever felt.
Thank God for letting me pull through and be able to get married.
Definitely.
Jessica Strange and Matthew Mann exchanged vows at Siskin Hospital Sunday.
I do.
While it wasn't their dream venue, the vows were all that mattered.
I do.
Not easy to find the room and everything and get it all approved.
We're busy. We had a lot of stuff to get ready, but we pulled everything off.
Two families joined together, reminded of how blessed they are to have each other. Just 1 month ago, the groom was involved in a serious crash while driving a Walker State Prison van.
I just want them to be happy and live a great life.
Walker County firefighters helped make the day special.
A lot of times we don't get to do something like this for our brothers.
Everyone look right here.
It's just really nice to be a part of it and celebrate his day and his wife's day.
A day that couldn't have happened without the support of family and friends.
Just the happiness that he has brought to Jesse's life, and I'm sure she's brought to his, it's just a great thing to witness.
Jessica turned heads in a traditional wedding gown. Matthew proudly wore his uniform. They held hands and shared their first kiss as husband and wife.
You look really pretty. She could never look prettier. So happy they got married, but it was a little emotional.
Emotional because this couple has a new outlook on life. Matthew still has a road to full recovery ahead of him, but knowing Jessica will walk it with him gives him courage.
How beautiful. I'm a lucky guy.
The rings have been exchanged and the cake cut. Now together until death do them part.
My wife and I have been married for 35 years now, and I hope the same for them.
A vow with extra meaning for the newlyweds, who plan to take on the future together, a journey of healing and happiness.
to just stay happy and never be mad at each other.
This wedding wouldn't have been possible without the quick actions of 6 inmates who serve as firefighters. Tonight at 6, we sit down with those men to talk about the training they've received, the rescue, and how the fire department has given them a second chance at life. But for now, I'm in the studio. Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Kate, and congratulations, Matt and Jesse.
Wonderful.
What a great story.